Hey everybody, Matumbo here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are playing some more Historic here on Magic Arena. And today we have a deck that I kind of just brainstormed at one point while I was doing some work, and I figured, you know what, this sounds like an interesting idea. Let's throw it together. Let's see if we can actually make something of it. And it looks pretty simple on paper when you're actually just looking on it. There's not that many different cards. It does not really look like much of anything, but I'm hoping that it is going to prove us wrong and just kind of get us there. But before we hop into today's deck, as always, I would like to remind everybody, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, that like button. Check out all of the cool links down in the description below, as well as joining the Discord, and let us know down in the comments below what you'd like to see in a future video, or that you like the channel. So with that being said, let's hop right into today's deck, and we are calling it Midnight Blue. We are calling it Midnight Blue, obviously, because this is a mono blue deck, but we are also featuring a card that nobody really plays. It's just one of those cards that just kind of a lot of people miss, they sleep on, and I mean, it is played a lot in like Brawl or Historic Brawl, stuff, formats like that, but it's Midnight Clock. This is really just a 3-mana artifact rock. It taps for blue mana, but it also has a cool ability that says for 3 mana you could put an hour counter on it, and at the beginning of your upkeep you're gonna put in another hour counter on it, and it's the beginning of each upkeep, so your opponent's upkeep and your upkeep. And then whenever it has 12 counters on it, you are going to shuffle your hand, your graveyard, and your library together and draw 7 cards. So we're going to replenish our hands. We do have to exile this if it does hit 12. But at that point, if we do get to draw a new hand of 7 cards, we're probably going to win the game. We're just going to refill, and we're just going to be good to go. So essentially, the premise behind this deck is we are just trying to ramp into giant blue things and make it not fun for our opponents to try to play Magic. So real quick, let's get into the artifact ramp. We have Mind Stone, obviously probably the best artifact ramp on Arena. So we have 4 copies of Mind Stone, 3 copies of Midnight Clock, and 4 copies of Hedron Archive. So Hedron Archive, really, really good also, because this allows us to potentially play Mind Stone on 2, and then Hedron Archive on 3, and then that means on turn 4, we're going to have access to potentially 7 mana. So having access to 7 mana on turn 4 is good for multiple reasons. It does allow us to use one of the new cards from Zendikar Rising, which is Seagate Restoration. This lets us draw cards equal to the number of cards in our hand, +1, and then we'll have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. This also does double as a land. It is one of the new Bolt lands, so if we do need to play this as a land, we sure can. But having, again, 7 mana on turn 4 is important because we can just drop Kiora, Best the Sea God, and create a 8/8 blue Kraken creature with hexproof when it comes into play. And then the following turn, we're going to tap all of the non-land permanents they control, and they don't untap for another step. And then on top of that, on the following turn, we're going to be able to gain control of any permanent our opponent controls. So this is a super powerful Saga. Obviously, it is mythic. We are playing 4 of these, and that is why. What really goes well with this, and another reason that we are deciding to play Kiora, Best of Sea God, is we are playing blue. Blue is kind of a color that's hard for you to deal with creatures in mass. So we are playing Whelming Wave. So Whelming Wave is return all creatures to their owner's hands, except for Krakens, Leviathans, Octopuses, and Serpents. Luckily for us, Kiora, Best of Sea God makes Krakens. So we don't ever have to bounce our Kraken tokens with Whelming Wave. We're just going to be bouncing our opponent's creatures, which should be really, really cool. Now, we are also playing Mass Manipulation. Mass Manipulation, so when I was building this deck, the way I was brainstorming it is back when, if you didn't play back then, that's fine, but I'm just going to kind of explain it. Back in Urza Saga, when that block was around, there was a lot of artifact ramp. There was a very popular card called Grim Monolith. There were just there was Voltaic Key. There was just so many ways to produce really quick artifact mana. And most of the deck, it got real popular with a card called Wildfire. So it was like Wildfire Red. You'd play mana rocks, you'd play Wildfire, destroy 4 lands. You'd still have all this artifact mana to play around with. And I had built a version of that deck, but in blue, basically with the same shell with all the artifact ramp. And this kind of reminded me of this, not just this card, mass manipulation per se, but this type of deck. And that's what I was I'm just trying to recreate an old deck from back in the day, from back in my nostalgia times. So that is what we were trying to do. So we have mass manipulation. This kind of fills the void of the cards that I played back then that were in the form of treachery and confiscate. So mass manipulation is going to be four blue and then double X. So if we want to steal 1 creature, because this lets us gain control of X creatures or planeswalkers. So to steal 1 creature, this costs 6 mana total. For 2 creatures, it's or planeswalkers, it's 8. 3, it's 10. So on and so on. But with all of this mana ramp and being able to accelerate, we're actually going to be able to cast this for 2 or 3 creatures pretty quickly. That is the goal. And then we do have, again, one of our favorite cards, Maze Mind Tome. This is going to help us find either the extra artifact mana pieces that we need or our big payoffs. And then finally, let's hit on these 2 cards. We have 4 copies of Tail's End and we have 4 copies of Discontinuity. These are kind of in here to serve the same purpose. These are really not in here to counter any of our things, to do any kind of tricks. What these are for, the Tail's End is strictly to play against Uro, fetch lands, anything that, any legendary planeswalkers. That's what we're really worried about playing against, is just legendary spells or crazy things that we can just take advantage of. Because what we could potentially do, and I hope we get to do this, is we get to go first. We play an island. Our opponent plays a Fabled Passage. And then on our next turn, we play an island. They sack Fabled Passage going into their second turn, and we counter the Fabled Passages. And we basically just land destruction them. And they'll probably concede at that point. But I want to see that at least once, so I'm hoping that it happens. And then we have Discontinuity. This is going to buy us time. This is going to end the turn when we cast it. We're hoping to, get our opponents when they're attacking us for lethal, or if they're casting a big spell, we just get to end the turn and exile that spell. So this is really the deck with 24 land. We're just going to hope to either take their creatures and win, or Kiora Best of Sea God win, and that's what we're going to do. So let's hop right into the gameplay, and we will see you guys soon. All right, well, we're going to play against Big Blue. Not against, we're going to play with Big Blue, and we're going to hope to not play against Red. Red is probably the deck that we don't want to be playing against. Murder My Sweet. Interesting. Oh, we go first. I can get behind this hand. I can get behind this. All right. We are a little land light, so we need to make sure that we do continue to draw land. So is this Rakdos or is it Jund? Grixis? Like Rakdos. Alright, well, we're going to run out a Maze Mind Tome. And we're just going to be on our way to doing things. Yeah. Nope. That was fun while it lasted, right? We definitely need to draw land. So we're going to keep that. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more land. One more land. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Go ahead. Resolve. Yeah, I think we're actually going to keep this midnight clock. Still need 2 land. We're fine with Wrinkle. So let's go ahead and draw a card now. Okay. So if they make us discard, we'll just discard a discontinuity. Perfect, perfect. 3/6. Oh, so this is a Mardu deck. Let's scry for a land here. I know we could have played it last turn, but I really wanted to pull that. Because now we don't have any interruptions. Oh, they're going to take 4. And we're almost halfway to the clock striking 12. Yeah, that's not really going to work. Yep, you have to do it that way. That's fine. Totally fine. Yep, yep. I think we just do this now. We are halfway. We are more than halfway. We're gonna get a sweet permanent from their side. They can't really play anything right now. That's fine. Oh, okay. I mean, we're gonna take that. Oh, I'm pretty excited. Are you gonna take your guy back? No? Hey, look what we get. We get all the cards. Oh, man. That's so good. So good. And we have a waste not in play? Oh, come on.
No fire, no steel.
We get to draw a card. Yeah. Next turn we can Seagate Restoration. Yeah. Yep, that was not going well for you. Oh, man. This deck is sweet. Alright, well, on to game number 2. So that means we're going to hydrate with our sweet Cirkul bottle. We are rocking this mixed berry flavor. We go first. I think we're actually mulling this. This is a little bit better. All right, so Golgari. This is probably Sultai. I feel like this is always Sultai. Might be. No, it's okay. Jund. Interesting. I should just run out this discontinuity right now on my turn for 2 mana. Maybe they don't have like a horrible play right now. Like Questing Beast is a horrible play. Maybe they really just don't have a play and they say go. Mayhem Devil? Not the worst. Could take one thing. I'd really like for them to cast something. So we could either scry 2, or we can put counters on the midnight clock. We could put 2 counters, 7 should be on 8. Why didn't they attack? So I think we have to scry here. Look for some kind of removal. I mean, mass manipulation's not the worst. We're gonna get him kind of good here. X equals 2. Oh, Holy Citadel. Oh man, ban Bolas' Citadel, please. Alright, well. This is not a creature, unfortunately. Okay, well, them having to take the extra damage there. I like how they're just spamming thinking. Next, do we scry for? I think so. So we attack with the Blood Artist. As much damage as we can do. So they're going to go down to 2. Oh, they do have a food. Yeah, need them to accept. Like, hit next. Damage resolution is happening. Do we have a way to actually... We pay 1, 2, 3. We have 2 mana. I guess they're roping us. Rope, 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 rope. Rope-a-lodian. Come on. Come on, Ween. Now we have to sit through another turn of this. Again, the good thing is we got them down low enough to where they can only cast. They're only going to be able to cast a couple things, hopefully, off the top of their library. If they use this, they die. They sack this. Yeah, they're in a really tough spot. No reason to... Yep. If only Ween wasn't roping. Come on, I Ween. Oh, I swear I have seen that you roping. All right. Well, mass manipulation has been good to us. Oh, Ween. What a sore loser. What a sore loser. I'm sorry, my friend. All right, well. When we are able to ramp into big spells, blue is definitely where it's at. Ooh. And we are up against somebody who knows all about ramping into blue. And that is our pal Urza over there. But we're gonna... God. Kind of want to keep this because we have a Maze Mind Tome. I think we have to mulligan. Oof. Oof. Give us our other hand back. Urza, are you going to mulligan with us? Come on. There should be a button over here that says, like, suggest reshuffle. Suggest that we start over. Oh, they did? Alright, we'll go one more. right, what are we going to put back? All right, Urza, what are you up to over there? What are you up to, my friend? Are we gonna get full-bodied Urza or just the head of Urza? Oh, you remember when we put this card at the bottom and we drew another one? Be gentle. All right, well. I mean, we have 5 mana, and this was a mold of 5. One more mana, and we can actually steal something good, potentially. I mean, I kind of want to take that. But we're just gonna start putting counters on this midnight clock. There's land number 3. So they missed a land drop. I somehow just completely missed that. I can't counter creatures. To the top. Looks to be a land. Alright, we're halfway there. Do we start him over? Yeah. I don't hate that. I don't hate starting them over right there. Oh, they went to the top again. Hidron Archive. Leaves us with 4. Or we can go for 2, 10. Let's go up to 9, 10, 11. Why is Midnight Clock such a sleeper card? They get land number 4 finally? No, they sure did not. So what is this gonna do? Sure. So we're gonna put a counter on this. It's gonna go up to 11 on our turn. No, sure. Wildborn Preserver. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. Why do people not play this card? You know, oh my gosh, we just have so much value in our hand. Yeah, Destiny Spinner, yippity doo. So we have access to 8 mana. We could just we could just manipulate again. 5, 6, 7. Oh, we have 9 mana. So we can get another clock going. No, no point. No point in attacking. This is great. Remember, this was a mole to 5 against the almighty, all-powerful Urza. Yeah, Paradise Druid. Uh-oh, Wildborn Preserver. Oh yeah, that's what's up. Because this is how it happens, right? We get to attack. And then as soon as they cast anything, we discontinuity, and the game's over. And then we get to kill them on the crackback, assuming they don't have something like a... well, they can't activate Destiny Spinner, but assuming they don't have like another Wildborn Preserver or anything like that. Oh, but luckily for us... and we're gonna... the rub ends. Oh, good game. Oh, this deck. This deck is sweet. Oh, man. Oh. I love just throwing cards together and then them working, or, you know, in a deck. There's just a lot to say about Mind Stone into Hedron Archive, stuff like that. Yeah, we're gonna keep. All right, well, here's where we might have a problem. Oh. We take 3 this turn and then 4 next turn. Or I'm sorry, 5. We're at 12. We need to draw a Whelming Wave. Well. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're at 2. 100% they have a burn in their hand. 100%, but we're gonna pretend like they don't. We're at 1. Just Ember Cleave us and end it. Oh, okay. All right, well. That was a trouncing. That was a trouncing. But again, mindless red. You know, there's just a brainless automaton on the other side of that. I'm just playing. It's all in good fun. All in good fun. All right. Midnight Blue coming back. Let's not play red. Let's not even focus on that. Let's go first. Let's channel our energy into going first. And unfortunately, we're seeing a red avatar. So 99% sure that it said we were going first, and we are. They've got red sleeves, a red avatar. They are playing red. So this means next turn we can Midnight Clock and play Maze Mind Tome, which is pretty good. Well, extra Whelming Wave is kind of decent. Alright, I don't really want another Midnight Clock right now. So I'd really like for them to play a bunch of slow creatures here. Mountain. It's a good draw. We will take that. We get to draw a card with a Maze Mind Tome. We have to prioritize using the Maze Mind Tome over the Midnight Clock because the Maze Mind Tome is going to give us 4 life. And we're gonna bounce these. We don't want to take 1,000,000 damage off that Spitfire. 1/2 tap, put a counter on. Okay. Oh, I like where we're at. Oh, you don't want us to kill you with your own creature? Okay. That's great. That's great news. Fervent champion. All right. All right. Your guy's fervent. All right, let's go back up to 19. All right, so we have 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 8 up to 9. That's pretty good. So the question is, do we do this now? Or do we bounce and then do it? I think we just do. Oh, that's a lot of good stuff. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let me borrow these. Okay. Okay, I don't understand how that worked, but let's go take a look here. Deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. To opponent or a permanent opponent controls. So it only deals 3 damage. That's why. I thought it had bugged out for a second and for some reason just said, oh, you're getting control of it, so you don't deal it. But no, he actually says permanent's your opponent's control. Do we keep this? We're going to try it. I think a midnight clock is a little too slow, but we have a turn 2 play now, so that's good. I mean, if we just draw Mind Stone here, oh my god, we drew a Mind Stone. How ridiculous is that? Did we play this person earlier? Okay, so 3. And we're just gonna let you do what you're gonna do here. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Let's start you over. It's funny, they could Evolution Sage and proliferate our Maze Mind Tome to actually just give us life and not get the benefit of it. Doesn't look like they're going to do that. All right, so yeah, I think we're just gonna best the Sea God here. Then play their Preserver. They can Sage, play land. Yeah, that's fine. So if we were to take this, we go to 1. That's pretty good. Everything's gonna tap. Play another one. And everything's gonna tap again. Sure. Wow, that was so sick. So sick. And we took that. We went to 1 because we had the maze mine tomes. We could potentially go back up to 5 whenever we wanted to. That was a sick game. All right, let's get ready. Final boss time. Is this the real castle, or will the princess be in another castle? Let's hope we just can get there. Anaximander. This is gonna be a red deck if I've ever heard of one. If they're on flavor and just playing Mardu, I think we have to keep this, right? Turn 2, turn 3. So they're just playing mono green. Man, we're getting it. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm very intrigued. Here comes Nissa. We're just gonna hover this. No thanks. Please don't have another Karn. Ugin? Alright, so I want you to realize they just cast Ugin and then conceded. Because they knew. They knew the mass manipulation was coming. I mean, they didn't really know it, but they knew. Oh man. Holy shnikes. That felt good. I mean, we just gotta go one more because our opponent decided to just give it up. Countering that Karn, though, felt really good. That was probably that would have ended the game if that hit. We just lose too many artifact, too much mana. Oh, I shouldn't keep this, but we're gonna keep it. Shouldn't keep it, but we're gonna keep it because we're gonna draw Mind Stone. Not a Mind Stone. What's our opponent doing over there? How crazy would a Ghost Quarter be right here? And then we can counter the Ghost Quarter. We're not going to play this yet. Let them get their growth spiral in. We're not going to Tails End the temple ability. Yeah, I mean, we did it. I didn't really want to counter Uro there, but I feel like it's an okay play. We're gonna start drawing cards here. They're gonna be stuck. They can't cast Nissa this turn, which is all we really care about. We actually get a little bit of card advantage now. We're caught up to them on land, which is pretty huge. We have 2 more mana than they do. Next turn we could Kiora Best the Sea God. Oh, you are living the Sharknado dream. I mean, they're not playing counter spells, are they? That'd be kind of disappointing. They are playing counter spells. Holy smokes. That is 5 cards. 1 more to be able to cast Uro. This still gives us enough for a discontinuity. Oh, I was about to say, I bet they have another growth spiral, but they did not. Ooh, 2 castles in a row. That's pretty good. We'll definitely let you take 5 to do that. Yep. Down to 12. Go down to 10. Opponent's got a lot of cards in their hand. Does make us a little bit worried. Especially the fact that we saw that they're playing Neutralize. Not a card that we expect. Definitely not a card we expected. Maybe they'll draw another card and take 7. Go for it. Play that Uro. Hydroid Crisis. Jellyfish Hydra Beast. Jellyfish Beast. right, well, let's... Do we want another Tails in? I think we do. And let them cast their own removal spells on these. Yep. And along came Uro. Oh, well, if we would have known, right? Might as well take a look at the card underneath it too. And they have another one. It hit, yes. You know what's good with you know what's good with these Krakens? Whelming waves. Sure. Is the old Uro coming down? Yeah, might as well get in for 2. Imposter Uro is coming down. Oh, you know it's going to be really good. Taking that Shark Typhoon. That's going to feel real good. Finally decided to get rid of a Whelming Wave. Interesting. I'm not interested in taking Uro there at all. I think that's what they're thinking. Yeah, we don't have to take creature. We get a permanent. I'm just going to hover over some random lands. Random 2/2s. Okay. I mean, technically those make blockers, right? A little awkward. So I think at this point we have to counter. So that's the game now. That's the game. I mean, we want that. And we want to end this game. Whelming Wave. Keep the Kraken. Oh, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, everybody. Well, that was really sweet. We managed to go 7-1. We definitely lost to mono red very quickly. The game was like a minute and a half. It felt like one of our games where our opponent scoops to us. But yeah, that red deck gave it to us really good. Then we actually got to follow it up and actually play against another red deck, and we beat them pretty handily. So that felt good. Let's do that back to them. We did get paired against a few green decks, but we dispatched them pretty easily. But we did get to play against a like a green colorless deck, and we countered their Karn. Luckily, that was the one Planeswalker that I think this deck just can't really beat, unless we happen to. It's late game. We have a bunch of islands in play, and we can mass manipulation it. Probably not going to happen, but I guess they just knew, they cast Ugin and scooped as it was resolving. So yeah, they probably knew that we were going to do something to it, or maybe they quit thinking that it was going to get countered with another Tail's End like their Karn did. But yeah, no, this deck is really cool. And also in that last game, where we got our extra final boss, we got to win with a Kiora, Best of Sea God, Kraken token, on the back of a Whelming Wave. And the Whelming Wave bounced all of their blockers and left our Kiora, Best of Sea God Kraken token in play, and let us kill them with exactly lethal. So really cool. And we did get to counter some really cool things with Tail's End. I'm really glad that we decided to put that in. Discontinuity was really good. And of course, all of the mana ramp and Midnight Clock really did work, because there were a few games where we actually got to reshuffle, draw new hands, and I mean, that was the end of the game. So Seagate Restoration is it's just kind of what it is. It's not really super powerful in a sense to where it's backbreaking. I feel like this could probably be almost any other blue card and we would be fine. So if you do decide to build this deck, feel free to replace Seagate Restoration. Just think though that it does also double as a land drop if you do need that. So it could bring you potentially up to 26 land. But do know there are, 10 mythics in this deck. This whole row is mythics. And there are quite a few rares. So be mindful. This is a pretty expensive deck. It may not look expensive, And it may not be expensive on paper, I'm not too sure, but in Arena, this is a very expensive deck with 10 mythics and so many rares. I can't even begin to count them. I could, but I'm not going to. You can see them on screen right now. So, but yeah, again, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. If you enjoy the channel and the video, please hit that subscribe button, the like button, the bell icon. Please share the video with the friends. Let's grow this channel. Let's get to 10K. And again, please check out all the cool links down in the description below. The Discord link, the Patreon link, the Cirkul link for the cool water bottle. Check that all out. You know, just I'd really just would love for you to join the Discord and chat with all of us. So, all right. And again, let me know that you made it to the end of the video in the comments. But stay safe, everybody. Please stay hydrated. We will see you next time. Remember, this channel would not exist without such amazing viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much for interacting with the channel and helping grow the community. And a very big special thank you to the Patreons listed here for supporting the channel.